walks away with
Recording in progress.
to live off for the first year until we start making
Let's
claims.
give it 3 or 4 minutes for the latecomers. In the meantime, let me just start today's episode by looking at this. We're not even starting. This is just the holding. If anyone that can read charts, you tell me. You tell me. I feel like singing that Kanye West song. Someone going to jail tonight. Someone going to jail tonight. Lord gonna pay my bail tonight. Yo, this is a peak looking chart. Like, peak. If that is not, even if you know nothing about TA, you can just smell that don't look right.
What's going on in the stock market?
But obviously, we haven't done the disclaimer yet, so ignore that we said any of what we just said. So let me just get the disclaimer and all the usuals, all the pleasantries out of the way.
Do you know what we need to do? We need to practice it where we say the disclaimer, but you say a bar, I say a bar, you say a bar, I say a bar. It's kind of a back-to-back one.
Oh, one of them ones.
Yeah. We won't do it. We won't do it now, but we'll practice for the next one.
All right. Let's see if we can get this little intro video to play smoothly this time as well. Let's go. See if it works. Oh, see, it never does it. It never does it. Wait, let's try again. Yeah, that's us. We got a little intro piece like that.
Oh, AJ, come on. Oh, we got a nice house in here. Let's address who we got.
I flopped it again. Flopped it, guys. It won't let me go to slide 2. Oh, there we go. Disclaimer. Okay. So, disclaimer.
Wait. Should you be recording the disclaimer?
It is recording. It's definitely recording.
Are you recording? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. You go ahead.
Yo, definitely recording. Yo, come on. So, disclaimer. If you didn't know by now that we are not financial advisors and that we have no idea what we're talking about, and this is all for entertainment and education, if you want to see it that way, purposes, then you now know. We do not intend by any means for anyone to think that we are actually accredited financial advisors and have done exams and done whatever. However, we have read tons and tons of white papers and are currently undergoing Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC's blockchain course with MIT. So we are kind of knowledgeable, but we just haven't got the certificate to say that we're actually legally allowed to talk about what we're talking about and give financial advice. So anything you may see or hear on this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please assume all statistics, price targets, and anything to do with any numbers are hypothetical. And if you decide to use any information you may see or hear in regards to your own investment decisions, please be aware that all investment actually comes with risk. Now, if you didn't know that one, especially in the crypto space, welcome to crypto and to stocks and just investing in general. So please remember to do your own research. Please, God damn it, do your own goddamn research.
And you know what? After being in this space since, I'd say I fully entered in July 2020, I found that over 90% of people just don't do their own research.
Nope, they don't. And then ultimately, if you're unable to mitigate the risk, please seek professional advice from an accredited financial advisor. Lucky for you, we are actually working in partnership with not one, but several accredited financial advisors. So if you want to talk to any of these financial advisors and get some actual legal advice on what you should do with your money and how much you should be risking, let us know and we'll put you in contact. So moving on to the next slide. So let me just stop the share there. Hang on a minute. What I'm going to start off with, because this is mainly going to be Ninja running with today's show, is let's address this big ass elephant in the room. This big ass elephant right here. So if you don't know anything about how to read a chart, this is called a resistance line. Now, coincidentally, this resistance line is also a key Fibonacci level. Now, resistance line is a point where the price comes to and really struggles to get past. And we normally qualify a resistance line by how many touches it's got. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm counting more than 2 touches here. And then, surprise, surprise, where are we? And then we're also at the top of the Danchan. And we can see that there's 2 order blocks that have just been squeezed in here. And then if you know anything about the RSI, we're at 76. If you know anything about the stochastics, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but this is looking kind of hella funky. Like, what do you mean you're going further up? Like where? Like where are you going to? There's like, Ninja, do you know where it's going? Because I don't know if it's got any space to go any further. Like, I don't know where you're going, mate. Like, mate, your house isn't that way. You need to get back down here. But yeah, so that's that. Now, before we go any further and give you any more game.
Wait, Mr. Harding, let's not assume that everybody in the house knows what's going on.
No. We need to do something very important. We need to tell every goddamn person watching that they better subscribe to the YouTube right now. Right now. Go on. Everybody that's in the room, go onto YouTube and click subscribe. And just like some random videos that we've done. If we've ever given you any value, anything that you thought, you know what, that was useful information that you got for free, because we're giving you this crazy information week on week for free, please just subscribe, like, and just go on one of the videos and put, yay, this was nice. Well done, guys. Ooh. Just comment something, anything on one of our videos, please. It'd be much appreciated. So that's that bit then. Now, the next thing, go on, Ninja, you was going to say something.
I just wanted to, because obviously I don't want to exclude people. I kind of just wanted you to say that what you was viewing was the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US companies.
Yeah. Now, quinky dinky, when we go to today's news, it's not a surprise that this market is up. Why would it be up? Why would it be up today? Does anyone know anything significant about today and the stock market and Bitcoin? It's a very, very, very historical and poignant day in the markets today. Any ideas? Write in chat if you think you know.
Or just unmute a mic. Anybody take a random guess, even if it sounds silly.
Something got launched today. Any ideas?
Do you know what got launched, Kevin? I see you've unmuted yourself. Oh, never mind.
It was definitely on our Blockchain Sensei Instagram.
Bitcoin
I didn't look at the
ETF.
Blockchain Sensei, guys.
Bitcoin ETF.
I'm not.
Oh, Kevin's audio is playing up a little bit there. What was you saying, Kev?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading some stuff today. Something major happened. I can't really pinpoint it, but yesterday I see something major again. I think there's a South American country that actually started using Bitcoin now, where it's actually accepted to do any form of purchasing in that country. I can't remember which country it was, but it was a South American country.
Are you talking about El Salvador? Because that's not new news. That's a couple months old already.
Okay, I've seen it yesterday. So
okay.
You need to, Kevin. I highly recommend you go on out, and this applies to everybody actually. In fact, if you want fresh, up to date what's happening in the markets, go to our Instagram, which I'm going to show you right now. Go to our Instagram, blockchain.sensei, and we provide daily updates of what's happening in the market. Now, why today is very interesting is because today is the first day that the Bitcoin ETF went live and was tradable. Now, what is an ETF, I hear you say? An ETF, there's definitely one of our students in here that can answer what an ETF is. I'm putting you all on the spot. This is kind of like a test for students as well. Anybody know what an ETF is, please? Come on. Come on. I know there's someone in here that knows what an ETF is. Yeah, go on, Jordan.
Oh shit, you can hear me? Oh, oh shit. It's something funds token. It's what's the E?
ETF. Not an NFT, an ETF.
Oh,
So I'll give you an example of some. ARC, Hero, Hack, MJ, TAN.
There we go. Exchange traded fund.
Boom. It's an exchange traded fund. So it's basically a basket of companies. So instead of it just being one company that you're investing in, an exchange traded fund lets you invest in a specific sector or industry. So let's say, for example, you selected TAN as your ETF of choice. That would mean that you'd be investing in companies that are working in the solar industry. If you invested in Hack, you'd be investing in companies or cyber that were investing in the cyber security world. Now, if you were investing in, because I know there's marijuana smokers here, so I've got to mention it. If you're investing in either MJ or YOLO, instead of investing in just Canopy Growth, you could get exposure to Canopy Growth, Aurora Cannabis, and a couple of other ETF, other companies within the cannabis sector. So what's just happened is there was just a launch of the first ever Bitcoin ETF, which means that all companies that are holding Bitcoin are in this basket. And on top of that, there's also Bitcoin futures. So on top of that, this week, what else happened? A Bitcoin company called Bakkt has also gone public today. What are the chances? Now, who are Bakkt? We mentioned them a while back again when the news came out straight away, because that's what we try to do. They've actually partnered up with, guess who? Google, to introduce digital assets to millions of customers with their good old friends, Visa. Now, Visa, why do we mention them? Because they're going to get mentioned again today. And Bakkt, what are they allowing? You know, Android Pay? Yep, you can now use Android Pay to pay for crypto with cryptocurrencies. So that's some pretty big news, guys. What's happening in the crypto markets today. So the final thing I'm going to go over before I hand over to Ninja is I'm quickly, well, Ninja told me I'm not allowed to do this anymore until I've actually invested in them. So I'm going to go and invest in them, and then I'll pop back on the call at the end and mention what I was going to mention.
Oh, you're going to do a live invest now?
Yeah, I'm just going to literally invest in them, then pop them in the WhatsApp group, and then I'm going to explain why I've invested in them.
Ooh, amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, UK has emerged as Europe's top crypto hub with 170 billion of deals. I think that's something worth noticing and looking into. And then the final thing that I'm going to share with you guys is, if you're thinking you're too late to buy Bitcoin, you're not. That's like thinking you're too late to use the internet. Do not ever think you're too late to invest in Bitcoin. And then final shameless plug is we've got some investing strategies here, some techniques, and this is what we teach on our course. If anyone wants to take either our one-on-one course or, is my screen sharing, yeah?
Yes, sir, it is.
Anyone that's interested in taking our one-on-one course or doing it directly with our partners, H&H Wealth Academy, either contact us or contact H&H Wealth Academy. And we are teaching you how to use these strategies here, such as trend lines, RSI, Donchan channels, support and resistance lines. Level 2s will cover the stochastics, moving averages, Fibonacci's, nephew Sams, and the level 4s, for those that really want to take it really seriously, we're teaching people about Wyckoff pattern and Elliott wave. Now, if you
yes,
and then final shameless plug, please click on our link tree, and you will see that the Visa NFT is there. The link to our YouTube and the Zoom is there. And then we've now got available for you a premium edition of our Intro to Crypto PDF guide for just £10. Go get yourself that if you want to educate yourself on the real basics and be in the know about crypto.
No, that's it.
Yes, this is our official first digital product. So if you feel like we've provided £10 worth of value subtotal in the total amount of time that we taught you, please do consider buying the PDF.
No, don't consider. Just go and buy it. Just go and buy it. Go and buy it and give it someone as a Christmas present. Come on. Don't be don't consider it. Consider it, you know. This guy.
I wanted to be polite. I didn't want to be the pushy salesman.
Nah, I'm being a pushy salesman. Go buy our damn course.
Okay. We will definitely be releasing more digital products. We're just super proud that we finally have something available to purchase. Yeah, we'll be releasing more PDFs, more documents. But let's get it. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to share something very, very interesting now. I'm not going to pretend like I've done deep research into this, and we can be incorrect, but we came across something very, very interesting that I can't believe that the world, it's so crazy how nobody talked about this, right? Like, we literally didn't know about this. We've never heard anyone talk about it, but apparently, and like I said, I can't confirm or deny because I've not done deep research into this. And if the figure's incorrect, I'm sure it's going to be something ridiculous anyway. So apparently in 2009, the Federal Reserve lost $9 trillion. Now, bear in mind, this was 12 years ago. Now, the current broad money supply, as in how much fiat currency is in circulation, right now registered in dollars is approximately 80 trillion. Pre-coronavirus, I believe it was around 50 to 60, right? So I don't know what the broad money reserve was. I don't know how much fiat there was in 2009, but it was damn a lot less than it is now, which stands at 80 trillion. So I just think it's very, very interesting that the crypto market right now, to give you more macroeconomic perspective, the macroeconomic perspective that the stock market now is valued at around $100 trillion. Cryptocurrency is valued at what, 2.5? And that's 2021, that's now. But apparently in 2009, the Federal Reserve lost $9 trillion. Kind of crazy. Have a look into that. Anyway, it's a little bit wild. Before I get into the Visa NFT document, I just want to ask Mr. Harding, you've gone very, very hard on your retweets. Is there any specific reason why you went so hard on retweeting this guy, Brian Feroldi? I don't know who this guy is.
Yes. Oh my days. This guy, oh my days. He's literally basically put out what I put as my whole course in a tweet thread.
Wow, okay.
Like literally everything I teach in a nutshell. It's everything you say as well. You know, like how you always talk about like a good CEO, about occupying headspace and all that. He literally like just said a combination of what we both say.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh my God, we're not crazy. There is actually another investor that says it. And the reason I shared it is actually because Lewis Morgan, the owner of Gymshark, the guy that's like, he sold out of Gymshark at 100 million. He's the guy that goes to my gym in Bromsgrove. Like, we was meant to be doing an interview with him and getting him on the show. It's still in the pipeline. But he was retweeting it. And then I was like, oh, he wouldn't No, he wasn't even retweeting it. He was putting it on his story on Instagram. So I was like, this guy would never put something that's not that great on his Instagram story. So then I started reading it and I was like, oh my days, this is crazy game. So shout out Lewis Morgan and absolute shout out to Brian Feroldi, because literally that thread can change someone's life, because it doesn't even just apply to stocks. It completely applies to crypto as well.
Okay, there we go. In fact, guys, anyone who does have Twitter, please do follow us on our Twitter page. It's ridiculously high value. We've got about 34 followers. And if you don't have Twitter, I would even say get Twitter just to follow Blockchain Sensei. And you know what? If you don't have Twitter, you're missing out on opportunities and information, because information on Twitter spreads faster than it does on YouTube and Instagram as well. Okay, cool. So got something very, very exciting to go through. So this is an official. Sorry, did someone want to say something?
Would you be able to post a link to this Zoom call in the chat? Just because I'm trying to get the link to send to me. But
yeah, I got it. Ninja.
Sorry, you want the link to this, or the link to this?
To the Zoom call. This Zoom call now.
Oh, to this Zoom call, yeah, Mr. Harding, if you could sort send you out, that'd be amazing.
Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Okay. In fact, let's just see who we've got in the house just to address everyone. So we've got Ibrahim. Shouts Ibrahim. AJ, one of our most regular attendees. I think she's got the best attendance out of everybody. Curtis. I think this is my homeboy Curtis, Jamaican Curtis, who's based in Money. Is that correct? Or am I incorrect? Cool. Anyway.
No, you're right.
Oh, yes, my brother. Come on.
Let's go.
Okay, so we got Deo Adebayo in the place. This is also one of Blockchain Sensei's affiliates. If anybody would like to learn how to trade Forex, trade currencies, Deo is your guy. Me and Mr. Harding aren't when it comes to Forex. And can we all just congratulate Deo, because he's had a kid recently.
Yes.
Okay, we got Dirk, Jay. I think that might be Jay Bannister. I'm not sure. Jonah Wilson, Kevin, always attending. McMuffin. I don't
Aaron.
know.
That's Aaron.
Okay, cool. Yo, yes, let's go, bro. Oliver Gilbert, my OG from Time. Aman, Roger, shouts yourself. Pablo, Paul, that's one of my top students. I'm going to be doing lesson 10.
I like Pablo.
Yes, Seji, obviously, and Anis. Okay, welcome, guys. All right, so this is an official Visa document educating people about NFTs. So I don't know, me and Mr. Harding don't know where we got this document from, because we get sent things, which is amazing. I tried to reverse engineer, as in I tried to find this. Ooh. Yo, shout out Smokes in the place. Okay, cool. So I tried to reverse engineer, as in I tried to find this by Google search and I couldn't find it. So you guys are in for a treat, because this is not a document that is easily accessible by the public, because I tried to find it manually and I couldn't. So you can download this document by just going to the Blockchain Sensei Instagram and just clicking our link tree, and then you can download it. Finally, before I get into this document, I just want to iterate the importance of reading. I am totally aware, after being in this space for nearly 18 months now, that most retail, and I'm speaking to most of you guys, you rely too much. You know who I'm talking to on YouTube. The greatest investors spend most of their time reading. You will get information via reading that you will never get via YouTube. And the YouTubers go, all your favorite YouTubers read anyway, so you might as well go direct to the source. Okay, cool. Let's go over this document, because I feel like NFTs are something that is very, very important in the crypto space. And what I really like about this document is that it's extremely easy to understand. So let's whiz through it. So I've read this twice now. It's quite easy to understand. Okay, executive summary. When COVID-19 restrictions put a swift, definitive pause on live sports and entertainment, digital technologies led the way in connecting fans worldwide to brands, teams, and personalities they love. In this context, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, have emerged as promising medium for fan engagement. The word fungible means replaceable, so non-fungible means non-replaceable. NFTs could have easily been called NRTs. So essentially what they are is they're just a tokenized representation of digital files with more than $1.5 billion in NFT transactions generated in the first quarter of 2021. Bear in mind that the entire crypto market is worth 2,500 billion, 2.5 trillion. While the price of individual NFTs fluctuate, fascinating use cases of NFTs are still emerging and the groundwork is being laid for the long-term utility of NFTs. Despite the exponential growth of NFTs, there is still little general knowledge of them and their numerous risks. Okay, so this report shares insights and observations of on the NFT landscape, as well as actionable guidance on how to evaluate and scale NFT opportunities. I'm not going to read all of it as I've read it twice, so I'm going to pinpoint things that I feel like need to be read in this document. And the reason why we do this, guys, is because we just know for a fact that people don't read. So we're trying to almost, we want everyone to read regardless, but the reason why we do this content is because we find we read so much that when we read live, it's because it's something that we feel that you guys really need to get right. Okay, so think of cryptocurrencies as digital versions of cash controlled by a private cryptographic key, a unique random string of numbers. In the same way that physical cash exists in a defined physical form, and ownership is determined by holding paper bills, ownership of cryptocurrency is determined by holding private keys. There is a phrase in crypto where they say, not your keys, not your crypto, which is why you should definitely use decentralized wallets as well, such as MetaMask, such as Trust Wallet, and not store exclusively your crypto on a centralized exchange. Okay, so like cryptocurrencies, NFTs are issued on a blockchain and are used to designate ownership of certain assets. Each NFT is tied to some unique data, typically a digital content file of some kind. Okay, cool. So fans today yearn for a digital community. NFTs appeal to collectors, fans, teams, leagues, and talent, amongst others. They have become a great way for individuals and businesses to capitalize on unique assets. Okay, so one of the reasons why NFTs are expanding is because people are starting to understand the value of cryptocurrency, starting to get into this space. People are starting to understand how to use decentralized wallets such as MetaMask and Trust Wallet. If you don't know how to use decentralized wallets, they're pretty easy to use. I'm not going to do a tutorial here, but you can find it on YouTube. Okay, so fan engagement, customer relationship management, and new potential revenue streams. Any artists in here, I would 100% recommend that you look to launch your own NFTs. Okay, so let's identify the use case of NFTs. So first of all, collectibles. The digital scarcity that NFTs enable is a natural fit for collectibles or assets whose value is dependent on there being a limited supply. Some of the earliest NFT use cases include crypto kitties and crypto punks. So I don't know if you guys have seen the crypto punks. They're basically these gifts. So they're some of the most successful NFTs on the marketplace. Now, it is subjective whether you think this is art or not art, but it is a fact that this is now $1 billion market and increasing. And dare I say, it will be $1 trillion market in the next few years. Bear in mind that although the art, you may argue, isn't great or complicated, consistency is everything, and there's 10,000 unique pixelated characters of CryptoPunks and CryptoKitties. Also NBA Top Shot, which is basically basketball moments. I'm not into basketball myself, but I can understand the value of, let's say, for example, if LeBron did like a super dope, I'm really not into basketball, but he did a super dope shot or whatever, and then if you could own that moment and then owner, then I'm sure you can understand why that would have value. Then if you compare it to football, I'm not really a footballer. I'm not really into football, but let's say, Sharding, you're into football. Give me a random footballer.
Lionel Messi. Well, it's funny that you say that, because if anyone that is a football fan, if you've heard of La Liga, Flow have just partnered up with La Liga.
Okay, we will get into flow as we're going to do a deep dive.
Hello,
into
sir. Can I buy a token, please?
Oh, no, we haven't got any for sale. Sorry.
Wait, why not, sir? Why you were saying you do a video and I want to buy a token, but say account. Why is that?
So basically, we don't sell tokens to uneducated idiots. So sorry about that.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, I said idiot. Sorry, imbeciles. I mean, sorry. Basically, this group is just for people that actually want to be educated. If you don't want to be educated, just leave.
Sir, I want.
Oh
to
no!
be
Wait!
educated.
Don't worry about leaving. Don't worry. I'm gonna just remove you because you're.
Sir,
An
shut
idiot.
the
Bye.
Who was that?
Just we get them.
What the fuck was that?
What just happened?
Bro, we get hacked all the time, bro. Come on.
I was taking him seriously for a second. I was like,
Man's giving him bare game, and man's just asking for being a dickhead. So I had to violate him.
wow, that was so savage.
Like, I don't mind it if people are doing it when I'm talking, but if you're talking, bro, I'm not having it.
Okay, all right. So, wow, that's crazy. So, I think a lot of people understand the concept that NFTs are collectibles and art, but I think what's really, really interesting about NFTs is we're moving into a world now where you can play games. Let me just read this out. NFTs also provide significant opportunity for gaming thanks to the ownership opportunities they introduce. While people spend billions of dollars on digital gaming assets like buying skins or costumes in Fortnite, the consumer do not necessarily own these assets. NFTs would allow gamers playing crypto-based games to own assets, earn assets in-game, port them out of the game, and sell assets elsewhere, such as an open marketplace. Deep this for a second now. I'm not a gamer, okay? Who in here plays Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything like that? Come on, 17 people, someone's a gamer.
I play COD a lot.
Right, okay.
Okay, you got me. I play games. I play Super Smash Bros.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I play
So,
Nintendo games, bro.
okay, cool. So imagine you could play Nintendo, Super Smash Bros. Or COD, and then earn NFTs in that game that you could send out of the game for real world financial value. Does that not sound like a game changer? Mind the pun.
Yeah.
Crazy space, right? So determine the appropriate blockchain. So now I'll be honest, I feel like this document is throwing a little bit of, I wouldn't say shade on Ethereum, but this will bring us onto the deep dive of Flow. Ethereum is one of the largest blockchains with a robust ecosystem of users. I won't say throwing shade because Visa are doing things with Ethereum, but I feel like the way it's worded, it's pushing Flow. And basically, the reason why we're doing a deep dive on Flow, Mr. Harding, am I incorrect or correct in saying that the thing that sparks your interest in Flow, and then you push me to do the research, is because of this document?
100%. Like, people are always looking for what's the next big thing. Yo, if this is a document created by Visa, I think they're a pretty big whale, and I think they have some connects, and I think they're going to want anything they're doing to work. So they're going to pull all their connects. Plus, Coinbase work with Visa. Coinbase just announced their own NFT marketplace. So who are they going to do those things through? Obviously through Visa. So who are they going to introduce to the party?
Flow.
Hello.
Okay, so Ethereum is one of the largest blockchains. Cool, we already know that. Today, the majority of NFTs in circulation have been built on Ethereum. So that's Cyberpunk's and OpenSea platform. We already know that. While most NFTs in existence today are on Ethereum, the fees associated with NFT transactions, so-called gas fees, can be prohibitively expensive for small transactions. Because of this and the fact that Ethereum is so developer-friendly, some companies have begun to build adjacent blockchains or second layer networks on top of Ethereum that would allow for the transfer of Ethereum-based NFTs to achieve much lower cost. So we said, as far as I'm aware, we're yet to see many second layer networks, second layer network NFTs being built on Ethereum. Because, like, think about it, if you're a big platform, you could decide to build a second layer on top of Ethereum, but why would you when you could go to maybe Flow or Solana that's much cheaper? Anyway, Flow is another blockchain that is, I'll be honest, prior to this, I wasn't paying attention to Flow. this is why reading is so important, right? So Flow is another blockchain that is gaining traction for NFTs. While it is smaller than Ethereum, it has notable mainstream brands building platforms like the NBA Top Shot. Flow has been built to increase throughput. Is that what? I've never seen that word before.
Throughput.
Yeah.
You know, I had a throughput.
No, I've never. Maybe consciously, I've just never seen that word.
It's just like data moving fast.
Okay, and reduce the challenges of high gas costs through an energy-efficient blockchain transaction validation approach. Okay, cool. One of the greatest sources of value blockchain comes from attracting a broad set of users and developers. And again, we're going to do a deep dive into Flow after this. Okay, minting NFTs. Let's skip all through this. Decide how to store digital assets in long-term sustainable ways. Okay, so I feel like this is quite interesting. So there's a few ways to store NFTs, either directly on the blockchain. When this occurs, the token as well as the digital asset content is stored on the blockchain, or on a decentralized storage. When storage files are spread across a distributed network, there is no dependence on a single entity, or on a centralized storage. I could be incorrect, but I think Tory Lanez' latest NFT that I purchased is on a centralized storage system. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing is because you purchase it with fiat, also crypto. There is also the option to use storage from a central provider, like many well-known cloud storage providers today. In this model, the NFT marketplace provides a service of storing the digital content through its relationship with its cloud providers. The dependency on the provider and the NFT creator to continue to host the asset. If the media is no longer hosting, the NFT will not point to anything. Oman, right? Do I let Oman in?
Nope.
Do I do it?
Nope, don't let anyone else in. That's what happens. If one person ruins it, they ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the rule.
Okay, what did that person ask? I didn't really gauge what he asked.
They were just taking the piss.
Right, okay, fair enough. Store and access NFTs securely. Okay, similar to cryptocurrencies, NFTs are stored in a crypto wallet, the digital equivalent to an address. There are several crypto wallets available, including wallets from top exchanges that manage assets on the consumer's behalf to wallets that give consumers direct control over their assets. So centralized versus decentralized. Consumers interact with crypto often prefer non-custodial model, so decentralized. It gives them full control over the assets. An example platform is Super Rare and OpenSea. OpenSea is, I believe, the biggest NFT platform. This is where the big Ethereum NFTs are sold. Distribute across an applicable marketplace. Another important consideration is how to distribute NFTs. Factors for evaluating NFT markets include flexibility and control over the branding of user experience, whether the marketplace allows users to purchase NFTs with fiat currency or requires users to use cryptocurrency for purchase. Obviously, there's always two sides to the argument. One of the good things about centralized NFT platforms is that it allows people who aren't into crypto to own NFTs. So we've got a few types of, open marketplaces. These are broad marketplaces where anyone can create and sell NFTs. These platforms require cryptocurrencies to buy and sell NFTs. Then we've got crypto native curated marketplaces. These platforms require contributors to approve to be approved to create NFTs and sell them on the platform. So this sounds a bit more centralized because it needs to be approved. Existing closed NFT marketplaces. These platforms use their own storefront and branding, but will custody the NFTs on behalf of the customers, on behalf of the consumers, so you won't be controlling it. These marketplaces often have fiat currency on and off ramps. So again, I could be incorrect, but I think this is what Tory Lanez uses, and I think this is what a lot of artists will use because we want adoption, right? Then we've got white labeled NFT marketplaces, which is basically white labeling in business is basically where a business builds the whole back end and then people just brand on top of it. So I'm sure we'll see a white label marketplace in the near future. Okay, identify additional opportunities to engage fans. So this is more use case, loyalty and gamification. So I'm assuming this just ties in with gaming. Utility across the metaverse, which is basically virtual reality in the space that we're moving into. Me and Mr Harding were talking about how I think between now and 2030 we'll be able to wear these kind of glasses where I'll be cooking in one room, he'll be cooking miles away, then I can taste his food via via the metaverse and such technologies. Ticketing. So I think this is going to be a real use case that's going to happen in the near future, especially now we're moving into events and then receive extra benefits. Fund governance and decision making. So basically, where as a fan, you will then be able to contribute to creators, such as your favorite artists, even have some input, fan data and pseudo anonymity. A fan's crypto wallet and the assets they own reflect that fan. The transparency of public blockchains enables interested entities to know the NFTs that are public key holds. Okay, cool. Jordan, do we let Jordan in? Do you know Jordan? Yes, no, maybe? No, okay, cool. Considerations associated with a change. Okay, no worries. We'll skip environmental impact, legacy and regularity. Visa, the trusted engine of commerce. I mean, Visa are pretty trustworthy. I'm going to let you decide to let people in or not, because I don't know these people. Crypto value-added services, Visa crypto APIs, digital currency innovation hub. Okay, cool. I don't want to bore you guys too much. The conclusion. Commerce is evolving and innovations such as crypto and NFTs are likely to shape sports, entertainment, and other communities going forward. NFTs represent a deeper and more innovative way for fans to engage and potential new revenue streams for organizations. However, there are many considerations to take into account when integrating NFTs because it is a new space. Visa was built on the vision of electronic enablement of moving money.
Huh? Examples, stop poison. Where?
Okay, cool. All right, so the last page gives a glossary of terms. I'm sure everyone here knows what Bitcoin is. Again, they iterate NBA Top Shot, and they also plug in Flow Crypto. So let's just reverse engineer. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but imagine that we receive this document, okay? I thought this document was publicly available. It's evidently not that publicly available because I couldn't find it via search. I learned a few things as I knew most things on this document, but the number one thing that we got plugged in, as Blockchain Sensei, which we're now passing this knowledge, is the plug on Flow. Okay, so this is a cryptocurrency that me and Mr. Harding relatively slept on, but then I did a deep dive yesterday. In fact, I did 5 hours. So anybody who's got Twitter, come on, man. Okay, cool. So I personally did a 5-hour deep dive on Flow Crypto yesterday, and I summarized this deep dive in 25 tweets. So you guys can have a look at this tweet string, which I'm going to go over now, and we'll explain why we think Flow is going to be, well, it's going to do well, basically. It's currently at number 41 according to CoinMarketCap, and according to CoinGecko, it's number, where am I? 42. So when looking at cryptocurrencies, some people like to just go to CoinMarketCap. I like to go to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko just to make sure that the stats are similar. If they're very, very different, then that's a big red flag. Of course, the stats will not be exactly the same because the market changes all the time. But as we can see, market cap 4.4 billion here, price 1452, 1444. So everything's looking kosher in terms of the CoinMarketCap to CoinGecko comparison. So I spent my 5 hours yesterday on the Prima overview. I haven't looked at the token economics and the token distribution, but let's just go over very, very quickly why fundamentally we feel this cryptocurrency is going to do extremely well. As you go to the main page, the first thing that you see, let's just go back to the main page, is that they display their partnerships. Play this video for a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So all these nice partnerships. Ubisoft, Crypto Quit,
UFC.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Coinbase is right there.
Right there, okay? It's right there. Look, I tweeted it again. Check out the tweet string. 5 hours of research in 25 tweets. So immediately like the partnerships, Flow Blockchain, CryptoKitties, UFC, Ubisoft, Samsung, and Binance, okay? And what's this? Flow Blockchain in partnership with Coinbase. But Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, hasn't approved it yet, okay? Now, who here knows about the Coinbase effect? Basically, when things go on Coinbase, they have a tendency to do a big spike. So it's not financial advice, but we think that it's gonna be on Coinbase. Okay, cool. What else? So there are 4 pillars that make the Flow blockchain unique. Again, what I've done in this tweet string is that in the what's called Prima overview, which is basically their interactive white paper, which is pretty long, and not only, it's not that long, but what I really wanted to do is that I really wanted to understand like concepts, right? So the first thing is, one second. So there's 4 pillars that make Flow blockchain unique. Now, most blockchains, what they do is that they operate through something called sharding. Mr. Harding, can you give a quick definition of what sharding is? Mr. Harding, oh my God, is he gone? Where's Mr.
No,
Harding?
I'm here. I'm talking, but I didn't realize I was on mute.
All right,
So,
cool.
Right, think of sharding like instead of everything going through the main network, you're gonna have a separate room or a separate part of your factory that a certain part of whatever is going to be made. So let's say, for example, we was building a car. Instead of everything being on the main floor, you're now going to try and offset some of it to a different factory and then bring it back to the main factory. That's basically what sharding is. But it's not all that great. It's basically Ethereum's way of trying to do parachains similar to what Polkadot can do.
So a lot of cryptocurrencies, especially ERC20 tokens, so crypto is built on Ethereum, they use something called sharding.
Oh, you still there? Is he still there? I can't hear him anymore. Is it just me?
What?
No, what happened there?
Cool, no problem. Okay, developer ergonomics and consumer onboarding. So, and then they define these terms. Flow's design is unique, allowing the network to scale to serve billions of users without sharding or reducing decentralization consensus. Resource-oriented programming, smart contracts on Flow are written in Cadence. So Cadence is actually a new programming language, an easier and safer programming language for crypto assets and apps. So Cadence is actually a new coding language that I didn't know about. Developer ergonomics, from upgradable smart contracts and built-in logging support to Flow emulator, this network is designed for results. Consumer onboarding, Flow is designed for mainstream consumers with payment on-ramps catalyzing a safe and low friction path from fiat to crypto, okay? Because how are we gonna get the world to engage in this space if it's not accessible? So I actually joined the Flow blockchain Discord server. I won't load it up because I don't want my laptop to freeze because I've already got so many tabs. But they had, I believe, 20,000 people in the Discord server, over a tenth of which were online. They had insane like sub chat rooms from developer to even like hangout rooms where people were just talking about music. So I think community-wise, this is definitely one of the best communities that I've ever seen. And we also know that community is everything. So continuing with the white paper, what is multi-node architecture? So Flow applies pipelining to blockchains by separating the jobs of validator nodes into 4 different roles. The problem with a lot of blockchains, especially ones built on Ethereum, is that the nodes or miners, they're just assigned random tasks, and then they don't become as Flo described, specialist, right? So the whole thing about multi-node architecture, which is a concept I didn't come across, and bear in mind, I've read Mr. Harding, you've read many white papers. Have you ever come across the concept of multi-node architecture?
I've not come across it in a white paper. I heard it mentioned in a lecture where Gavin Wood. So again, in the WhatsApp, there's a link to a video that you can't search or can't get anywhere. And it's an interview with Gavin Wood talking about Polkadot and why he thinks Ethereum is a bit shit. And it's because the current way that Ethereum's built, the nodes don't really have a system to kind of go, oh, okay, you do this, you do that, you handle transactions, you handle authentication, you handle this. So it's just a bit of a free-for-all, whereas Polkadot, you can kind of decide which node is going to do what, and it's just a lot more efficient. So this is what multi-node architecture is. It's just more efficient.
Does Polkadot run a multi-node architecture?
Yeah. Okay,
cool. See, this is where like you always have to be doing up fundamentals. So maybe back in the I've not done up Polkadot fundamentals in a long time because I got in Polkadot early, right? So the main reason why I invested in Polkadot because of Dr. Gavin Wood, and again, you always want to look at the CEOs. If you don't know, Dr. Gavin Wood was one of the original Ethereum founders. Just like Charles Hoskinson, CEO of Cardano, is one of the Ethereum founders. But maybe I didn't pick up on that, so maybe I need to just go back on that. So 4 different roles: collection, consensus, execution, and verification. So collection will just be collecting data. Consensus, I'm not even going to pretend like I know. Okay, cool. Flow blockchain addresses problems with sharding. Again, this is what I like. They address problems and then offer their solution. So separating consensus from compute. What I like is on the actual. So
whoa. The consensus bit is very important. So, okay. Right, the reason it's important is because consensus is groups agreeing to allow something to happen. So let's say, for example, if the same node that's just handled a big transaction is handling the consensus, you don't really want that. You want separate nodes handling consensus to your nodes that are handling transactions.
So I believe, again, guys, one thing that me and Mr. Harding are now tapping into is that because we've spent so much time doing technical analysis, we've spent so much time in the investing trenches, we're currently upgrading ourselves to have stronger blockchain fundamentals. We're not there yet, but we want to get to a point where we can literally look at a white paper and do a technical audit, and through technical knowledge, not financial knowledge, but technical knowledge, audit whether in our, I guess it is non-financial opinion, I guess it'd be non-technical opinion of our technical audit of cryptocurrencies. So where are we? Okay, cool. So and I'm not going to pretend like I understand everything in this white paper, but I've just found certain red flags, and sorry, I didn't even find any red flags, but green flags, which is the fact that what they'll do in this paper, in this white paper, is that they will just include additional things such as specialized proof and confidential knowledge, SPOCs, and then they'll just lead to something else, and then you can read further. So that's what I really like about this white paper. Okay, cool. We'll whiz through because time is of the essence and I want to get into more stuff. So more on Flow's multi-role architecture: consensus, verification, execution, and collection. So these are the roles. So consensus nodes decide the presence and order of transactions in the blockchain. Verification nodes are responsible for keeping the execution nodes in check. Execution nodes perform the computation associated with each transaction, and collection nodes enhance the network connectivity and data availability for dApps. So dApps are decentralized applications. Okay, where? This isn't the whole tweet string. What's happened to this? There was more. Where's it gone? This isn't my whole tweet string. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Let's get to the whole tweet string. That wasn't the end because I wrapped it up. Okay, one sec. Let me just go past all of Mr. Harding's retweets.
My bad.
I went on Twitter and I was wondering, like, where do all these come from? Okay, one second.
Please read all of those tweets.
For sure. Okay, cool. Where are we? Okay, cool. So they got a whole 21 page on separating consensus and compute. So basically consensus is subjective and compute is objective. I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consensus, non-deterministic, subjective tasks such as determining the presence and order of transactions in blockchains, deterministic, objective tasks such as computing the result. And then they literally have a whole document on subjective and objective, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so Flow is designed so that even a single honest node of any role can punish and trigger recovery from invalid data introduced by dishonest collection or execution nodes. Whereas in other blockchains, as long as most of the nodes say yes, if a few nodes say no, these yes nodes can override these no nodes as long as there's a majority. But with Flow, what it's saying is that an individual single honest node can override a group of dishonest nodes, which basically means that it's pretty damn secure, right?
It's democracy in blockchain, which is definitely going to disappear. Once all the whales are involved, especially on Ethereum, and they've got all the nodes, they're just gonna they're gonna be able to just decide what's happening and when. This is why I'm so pro Flow.
Okay, cool. Let's go back again. Guys, this might not be the most exciting lesson when it comes to like loading charts or anything, but I really wanted to share this information because again, I spent 5 hours doing this, right? And then all you guys got to do is listen, whatever you guys are doing at the gym, working out, or taking this in passively. So Cadence is the first ergonomic resource. So there's basically a blockchain coding language per se. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but it's called Cadence. Now, this is a takeaway, right? So for those that don't know, github.com is basically a website for developers where developers like to drop what I like to call code skeletons. Now, I am not a developer. I don't know if anybody in here is a developer. Are we missing anything in the chat? Okay, cool. There's nothing. Okay, amazing. All right, cool. So I am not a developer, so I can't do a technical audit to see if this code is good or not. However, I can see that this is a lot of code. So this is a green flag because this is provided by Flow.
And it's got stuff in there from 2 years ago.
There we go, right? So we can see a stat of work, and we can see that they've been grinding for a long time. Bear in mind that the crypto bull run only happened in 2021. So when you guys do your own research on any other altcoin, have a look at their github.com. If they don't have a github.com, that's a big red flag. Okay, this is a big investor takeaway. So take in what I'm saying. If a cryptocurrency doesn't have development from pre-bull run, when crypto became mainstream, which is late 2020, earliest, then it means that they jumped on the hype. These guys were developing, and you can tell just from the code that they love this space, right? They've been in it for a long time. They've got robustness. So Flow blockchain allow you to learn Cadence. This is what I love about this company, right? So not only do they tell you what they do, they tell you solutions that they solve, problems they solve, and they also address problems in blockchain architecture, show their innovation, provide code skeletons via GitHub, and also they give you educational material.
Mad.
Bear in mind, all these tweets and print screens are basically highlights of all of this, which is the reason why I'm not going through the original interactive white paper is because I already did that. I spent 5 hours doing that, and this Twitter string is basically highlights from this. So, okay, so. They've got educational resources for developers, which is amazing. They've got a Discord server, which is one of the best I've ever seen. And bear in mind, like I've looked at hundreds of cryptos, 200, dare I say it. Okay, so Flow are really putting on developers with code skeletons. I came up with this word, code skeletons. I don't know if it's correct or not, but I'm gonna roll with it. Open source tools. So For anybody who doesn't know, open source means that anyone can build on top of it. They've got I don't know what SDK is, but again, github.com. So this is a takeaway for anybody who wants to look at new altcoins. It's a big green flag when there's a lot of GitHub links. Take that fundamental. It's a green flag when there's a lot of GitHub links. It's a red flag when there's not. Okay, so 2.53 hours into deep diving into Flow Blockchain and 60% through the white paper or interactive information. I
Basically, if there's no code, it means they ain't doing shit.
Exactly, there we go in layman's term. I really like how Flow white paper not only links to resources, code skeletons, research documents that Flow compose seemingly in-house, but also to external education resources. That's real credit. So one thing that I like is that they do, like, this may seem like a small document, but you need to look how many times they link to outside things. You've got the Discord there to external links. You've got separating consensus to compute. This in itself, I think, is about 20 to 40 pages. They've got technical papers, 3 technical papers, mind you, that are like 5 to 20 pages long. They describe cadence. So even though this seems like a short page, the reason why I spent 5 hours on this is because I checked out every single external link. So I've basically done the research for you guys.
And if you don't think him taking 5 hours out of his time to find out what the next big thing is worth buying the course, thank you.
Okay, cool. So they link to an article by Jessie Walden, who I don't know who that is, but she talks about the 4 eras of blockchain computing. We won't go into that. Okay, cool. And then they go on to educate us, us in the people, about blockchain transactions. So Bitcoin typically takes 6 block confirmations, which take approximately 1 hour. If anybody has an experience sending Bitcoin from a centralized exchange to another centralized exchange, it'll be quicker. For example, Coinbase to Binance. But that's basically because the transaction hasn't actually happened yet in the blockchain, but maybe it'll just wait for 2 block confirmations and then say it's in your account.
Yeah, Bitcoin's bare slow. ETH is okay, but then you got the gas fees.
Yeah,
and XRP is just the one, in my opinion.
What I really like is that within their white paper, they actually linked to a 2016 article. Like, bear in mind, like, you have to look at the humility of a company. They could have easily linked to documents that are purely in-house, but they chose, because they could have easily just reworded information and then just claimed that they did everything themselves in terms of research, etc. But they linked to this article that was made in 2016 by Vitaly Buterin, the CEO and founder of Ethereum, right? Talking about on-settlement finality, which I'm not going to pretend like I understand, that it's something that I understand, but you have to look at it. You have to just zoom out and just think, why would a company link to an external website about a 2016 article when this is a crypto that is innovating in 2021? These are the guys behind NBA Top Shot. These are the guys behind Crypto Kitties, right? So this again iterates the power of fundamentals. What do we always say in Blockchain Sensei? Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. Fundamentals over technical analysis. Fundamentals over hype. So one thing that me and Mr. Harding are doing is that we feel, although we're not financial advisors, we've got strong financial fundamentals, we've got strong technical analysis fundamentals, and now we're moving on to blockchain fundamentals. And this shows the strength of fundamentals, because why would a new wave, innovative cryptocurrency that is being co-signed by Visa on the official Visa NFT educational white paper be crediting 2016 articles by Vitaly Buterin, because that's the power of fundamentals, right? So they should iterate something to everybody who doesn't do fundamentals, which is most people.
But that's how you find the real things that are going to have real value, that are going to be here in 5-10 years time, that are actually going to do 10x, 20x. Like, yeah, meme coins are good. You can make your little 200, 300%. Fair play. That's more than the FTSE. I can't blame you there. But when you're finding things like this and Terra Luna and Polygon and Solana and DOT that are doing like 10x's, 15x's, 20x's, what would you rather have? 20,000% return on your investment, or 300% and being able to go to everybody, oh yeah, I made 300% just like you. Like,
Okay, so
it's a longer wait and it takes more work, but that's the thing, isn't it? Like in life, big money doesn't come easy. No matter what you're doing, whether you're a footballer, a poker player, a fucking darts player, whatever it is, there's practice and time that has to be exchanged to make good decisions and to come into wealth.
Oh God, right? Okay, so
That was beautiful. That lad.
bars. Okay, so basically, what a lot of blockchains do is that they do something called probabilistic finality. So it basically accepts the transactions. Okay, I'm not gonna. Because I'm still new to this space, I'm gonna give you what I understand, right? So from what I understand is that a lot of blockchains use what's called probabilistic finality, which is basically when crypto's sent, even though all the block confirmations haven't been confirmed, it will say it's been confirmed, and that can potentially be a problem if there's hackers or evil nodes, evil miners, right? But again, with Flow, even one honest node can cancel out a bunch of unhonest nodes. So according to Flow, they do deterministic finality, which is way better than probabilistic finality. Even by the wording itself, you should get the inclination, is achieved within seconds. All right, cool. Then human readable security. On current networks, it's nearly impossible for an app or wallet software to provide a human readable message, clearly outlining what permissions they're given when authorizing a transaction. The Flow transaction format makes very strong guarantees about what kinds of changes a transaction can and cannot make. This makes it easy for the wallet to ensure users are making informed decisions about what they are approving. I really like the kind of ethos that they have here. So this is a bit kind of in the clouds, but I just think it's well worded. So they say in their paper, Flow is committed to a world of open ecosystems, a world where software developers, content creators, and consumers alike are appropriately incentivized and rewarded for the value they contribute to the network. Now, what I really like is their branding is on point. Why would the NBA use them as their official NFT curator?
Just about to say, open up a tab showing NBA Top Shots. These are two of the best-selling NFTs going, is CryptoKitties and NBA Top Shots. See if you can go on their official website.
I do want to whiz through something else because getting to 9:10. NB. Why is it so hard to find?
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. This is how early we are. I typed in NBA Top Shot and it was like the 9th link down. I got so many tabs. This is why I didn't want to do this. Okay.
They Chrome tabs as well.
Yeah, I should be using Brave browser.
Chrome each memory there.
Oh, Mr. Harding, you made me do this.
Okay, close it. People, in your own time, go check out NBA Top Shots and go see how much they're selling for. Terrell, I know who that is. It's calm, you can jump in.
Cool. All right, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up on the flow. One sec. Okay. So apparently you can be so despite all of this, you can apparently become a flow node, aka a miner. For those that don't know, the word node and miner mean the same thing, for relatively cheap hardware. But I still need to do more research on this. But I'm going to assume they're not lying.
So yeah, if anyone wants to become a flow miner or flow node with us, DM us or message us in the chat if you're open for that.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely be down to chip in to become some kind of flow miner or flow node. So that's basically 5 hours of research, and I spent all those 5 hours in exclusively Prima overview, and I haven't even checked their token economics and token distribution. So I will say one thing, because everything I've said is positive. I don't like it when the market cap and fully diluted market cap are very different, because that basically means that a lot of the supply aren't out. So as you can see, only about a quarter.
Oh, I wonder why.
Because they've got a lot of space to grow, I suppose.
No, look to the left. Go back, go back, go back, go back. All the clues are there. Look on the left-hand side what CoinMarketCap has just let out the bag. Coinbase Ventures portfolio.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So
What's
they're
that mean then?
actually invested in it, but they haven't even put it on their own fucking exchange.
Oh my God. We've live. I missed that. Okay, cool.
Eagle Eyes Harding on the case there.
Yo, Coinbase are moving mad. They're moving mad.
So, okay, let's whiz through this. Okay, so the CEO is a guy called Roham. Roham is also, not only is he the CEO of Flow, he's also the CEO of Dapper Labs. So Dapper Labs currently valued at 7.6 billion in evaluation. With the actual Flow cryptocurrency market cap only being 4.4. What are Dapper Labs? Well, Dapper Labs are, scroll to the top, the serious business of fun and games on the blockchain. No jargon, no nonsense, just good fun. Dapper Labs uses the power of play to deliver blockchain-based experiences and digital collectibles that are made for you and ready for the real world. Such as Top Shot. And look, obviously they're going to self-plug themselves. Because it's basically same company. So basically, Dapper Labs and Flow is like SpaceX and Tesla.
Yeah.
And
they've done 700 million in sales already. I think they know what they're doing.
I think they know what they're doing, okay? So I think that is enough about Flow. I have basically gave you guys, I know that was a little bit long-winded, okay, but I'm the one who spent 5 hours. All you guys have to do is listen. So you still had the easier job. So that's 5 hours of research condensed in about half an hour. We've never done a deep dive this deep on one cryptocurrency, but I think it's really important to not just skim through 10 different cryptos and be like, I like this one, this one is good because of this. I felt like with this one, I had to go extra hard because they were mentioned on the official Visa
white paper. And then we found out that Coinbase are invested in them. It's yeah. Only time will tell if that 5 hours of research was worth it. But I've already invested. I trust in your research and I've invested. And proof of that is in the WhatsApp group.
Amazing. Okay, so finally, I won't do the same deep dive. The reason why I won't do the same deep dive is because, quite frankly, I haven't spent as much time on Kyber Network. Okay, so Kyber Network has, for a long time, I'm talking since 2019, been a cryptocurrency that a lot of influential cryptocurrency people who I respect in the space, including but not limited to Coin Bureau and Alexander Lorenzo, have co-signed. But it hasn't seemed to have blown yet. Okay, and this is a good thing. This is a very, very good thing.
This is the one that the algorithm, our algo that we use, is calculated. There's a potential 20x in this.
Amazing. Okay, that's what people want to hear. 20x, dude. Can you take away this line? This is pissing me off. Just do a line on my screen. Cheers, bro. Okay, cool. So let's just iterate something. Unlike Flow, obviously all investment comes with risk. However, me and Mr. Harding would put Flow in the lower risk category because it's already made it to top 50. It's already hit a very big market cap, 4.4 billion. It's already you know, got the Coinbase partnership, and it's not just something where they put the Coinbase logo on the website. We literally just see right now via CoinMarketCap that it's in the Coinbase Ventures portfolio tokens, which is amazing. I've done the 5-hour deep dive, so I'm extremely confident in this. But Kyber Network is something that has definitely taken my attention as well. So I would go as far to say that I've spent about just under 2 hours of research on Kyber Network. So what is the fundamental of Kyber Network? The fundamental of Kyber Network is that they want to make it very easy for people to swap cryptos for cryptos. Now, so what? There's Pancake Swap, there's Uniswap. Well, what Kyber Network do is that they connect to 40 DEXs, 40 centralized exchanges. So you can convert almost any crypto, ERC20, Binance Smart Chain, I think they have other blockchains as well, like Tron, into almost any other crypto. So that is their USP. Just like Flow, they have a lot of code skeletons. Again, one thing we're going to start implementing in Blockchain Sensei. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to show you guys that. Is that we're going to start doing tweet strings where you can literally just go on Blockchain Sensei Instagram, not Instagram, sorry, Twitter, and then find a string. So I said here, hats off to Kyber Network for releasing one of the best white papers in crypto. Not quite as good as Flow, but great. Okay, so another thing is that, again, they have code skeletons. This is a new word that I came up with 2 days ago. So I'm going to keep running with this word, code skeletons. I really like the fact that they just constantly give you examples. One thing that I'm not what's the word? It's not negative, but devil's advocate. I can't think of the word. Yeah, so being devil's advocate is, I feel like Kyber right now is in a state where they're very, very, like, I feel like they're targeting developers and they're in some kind of development mode, because it doesn't seem like what they're saying on their website is there to attract whales, which I think again shows a level of humility, because they're not like, everybody invest in our crypto. They're basically saying we are very, very active and we're trying to create one of the best products in cryptocurrency, because fundamentally their exchange, oh shit, where are we? Crystal connects to 40 different DEXs. So they're almost kind of like a middleman for DEXs. So they're like, okay, cool. You could use Uniswap, you could use this, or you could use us, because we connect to 40 different DEXs.
Game,
right? Then, okay, so if we look at the Kyber Network board members and advisors, here's this. Vitalik Buterin himself is apparently, now, like I said, I need to do deep research. I need to confirm. I can't 100% confirm this, because I can't find any information about Vitalik himself saying this. However, a few credible resources, including people who I trust, have gave me the plug that Vitalik apparently is an advisor. Also, I really like just Louis Liu, the CEO. So you can find some YouTube videos that you can, even without going too technical, like, everyone here has common sense, and you can just like you can meet a person and then tell if they're a shady character or not. You can have a look at Louis Liu, and then you can gauge his character, and you can see if you feel like he is someone that is, you know, worth listening to or not worth listening to. And finally, to wrap it up on Kyber Network, again, I've not done as much research on this. I will do, and there will be a new 20 plus tweet string. Oh, no, wait, I didn't want to show you that. This is the last thing I want to show you. There's a website called DeFi Pulse, which basically shows you the size of the DeFi markets. That's decentralized finance, which is basically one of the biggest things in the world. Bear in mind, the whole crypto space is 2.5 trillion, and only, what's that, about 4% of the whole crypto space is locked up in DeFi. Interesting.
Man.
Then
most of that is Cardano. Wow.
There we go. I didn't know that. But we scroll down. So where does Kyber Network fall into all of this? It falls at 54. only 79.9 million in Kyber. Remember, some of the best investments you'll ever make is when you find something with very, very good fundamentals, a very, very good team, very, very good like ethos. I mean, look at here for the partnerships. Engine Coin, the leading gaming token, 1inch, which is a great exchange, Trust Wallet, which is owned by Binance. So indirectly, yeah, there we go. Okay, Sushi Swap, which is the second biggest Ethereum exchange outside of Uniswap.
Curve that I've just bought and invested in.
There we go. Okay, so like
is that Curve as in Curve Card, like the bank thing?
Very similar. I'm going to be doing an episode on Curve next week.
Okay.
So let me just give you this takeaway as well, because we're not just about random coin shows. We want to give you fundamentals, right, that you can take away and apply on your own journey. One of the best things you can do is find something with ridiculously good fundamentals, a ridiculously good team with affiliates such as, you know, the CEO of Ethereum as an advisor, apparently, okay, a working product. Okay, a working product where you can literally, on here, you can convert Ethereum into wrapped Bitcoin.
Yo, bro, say that bar again. That most important bar about all cryptocurrencies you're going to invest in. Say that bar again. What's the last thing you said?
I said, when investing in cryptocurrency, one of the best things you can do is find an undervalued asset or cryptocurrency.
Working, that's actually working.
Yes, has a working product.
Yourself.
Right. I haven't actually used this in terms of I haven't actually converted any crypto to crypto because I have no desire to or need to right now. But I connected it with my MetaMask. Not showing you guys the balance or anything, but yeah, connected with the MetaMask and see that it's an absolutely working product where you can earn, you can convert tokens for tokens. So it's something that works. It's something that is very, very thorough in terms of it's real. It's real, right? It's real.
90% of cryptocurrency is bollocks and bullshit. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm using that language.
Also extremely undervalued. It's crypto number 251 according to CoinMarketCap. It's crypto number 323 according to CoinGecko.
Not even at $1 billion yet.
Come on, guys, like zero. That's not even 0.3 billion. Right? It's not even 0.3 billion.
Bro, Neymar is worth more.
I'm not too familiar with that crypto.
No, Neymar is a footballer.
Oh, right, okay. How much I don't know about football.
That was classic.
There we go. See, there's things that I don't know. It's extremely undervalued in not only market cap, but it's also extremely undervalued, in my opinion, in locked liquidity. It only has 80 million in liquidity, which is tiny. Has 80 million in locked liquidity. It has 280 million in market cap. Weirdly enough, it only says 163 million in CoinGecko, so I don't know which one is correct.
Quickly, what's Sushi Swap's thing? What's Sushi Swap's coin market cap?
I think it's about 2 billion. Let me see.
There it is. 15 billion.
Oh, is that how much they've got locked in liquidity?
No, just their market cap in general of Sushi Swap. Or was that Uniswap?
No, that's definitely Uniswap, dude. Yeah. Uniswap is 15 billion.
Okay, keep scrolling down. Let's see if Pancake Swap's there. Pancake Swap 4 billion.
Yeah.
So if Kyber can do everything those two can do combined plus more, better, quicker, easier, and cheaper, why can't it go from 286 million to 2 billion?
Yeah.
Which is a 10x. That's 10x. A 10x.
10x, and then also we're going through the bull run, so we're looking at hitting that 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 trillion market cap. So and then the whales, remember the whales control everything. They're going to look at things with great fundamentals, and Kyber just seems to be one of.
And they're going to look for things that in their investor presentations they can say to these old 70, 60-year-old, 80-year-old guys that control these funds. how to use the website. Now, isn't it much better if you can actually show a demonstration than talk? It's coming. Kyber is coming.
So that's a deep dive into Flow, Kyber, and the Visa NFT white paper.
We're gonna have to swerve questions from the usuals because we're tight on time. But what we will do is we'll go to questions from newbies or non-regulars. So we'll start with Paul. Paul, you've been unmuted, buddy. Any feedback, any questions, or anything you're looking at that you want an opinion on? Nope, nothing from Paul. Okay, next non-regular is, we will go Pablo. You're not that much of a regular. Thank you for attending. Any feedback, any questions, anything you're looking at you want us to look at?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
All good, all good, all good, homie.
Yeah, just a quick one. You were mentioning just now a few names, and I heard the name last week, a caramel swap. Do you know anything about that or what it is?
Caramel swap.
Yeah, I just Googled it. A good friend of mine told me about it. It's something to do with offering real usage for NFTs. Oh, it's about a yield farming.
It sounds like a decentralized exchange.
I'm going to look into that one.
Please have a look. I've heard good things.
Into my notes, and I'll have some information for next week.
Lovely. Thanks, guys. Really good show today.
Caramel, message it me on WhatsApp, or even better, message it in the group because someone in the group might know.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Safe. Thanks for that, broski.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Next, who's also not that much of a regular, our main man Morgs, who hasn't been here for a hot minute. What are you saying, man? Like Morgs, any feedback for us? Anything you're looking at? No Morgs. Okay, so next we will go to Ollie's here all the time. Aaron, you're here all the time.
Oh, can I ask a quick question?
Go on, fire away, lad.
So, are you and Ninja invested in Flow and Kyber?
Yep, I've literally just put it in the group that I've just invested into Flow. Kyber is one of my biggest holdings.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a WhatsApp group? Because I don't think I'm in that, and I'd like to be if there is.
You're not in the WhatsApp group?
Oh, sorry, that is my bad. I'm adding you right now.
Oh my days!
Right,
wow, this WhatsApp is going off as well.
Wait, the thing is, Seji, you're not. I don't have your number.
Oh, well, there you go then.
I've got you on WhatsApp. Like,
yeah, message me on WhatsApp.
I'll message you.
And I'll add you to the group.
The final question I had, because you were saying that this Flow is kind of making ETH look like a bitch.
Yeah.
So is ETH still like end game for you guys? Are you still holding big in ETH, or like are you looking?
Yeah,
I'm personally. Go on, Ninja. You go first.
Yeah, the thing is, yes, there are cryptocurrencies that are better in technology right now than ETH, but you have to respect that ETH came first, right? Mm-hmm. Just like Bitcoin came first, and Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum came first, right? Which is why I might change my opinion in 5 years, but between now and 2025, I still see them as the Holy Trinity. Because they stood the test of time. And at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, like Vitalik Buterin has been there at the start of crypto. Do you know what I mean? Like he was getting paid doing articles in Bitcoin. And then he started Ethereum because he wanted to create an open source blockchain. So yes, like
he's the skeptic. He's the skeptic.
Yeah. Basically, he's the OG, right? He's the OG.
Yeah.
All these others, they're like the young G's. They may be technically superior or whatever. Just like if we compare it to Grime or whatever, there's MCs that can outspit Skepta in terms of technicalities. But the thing is, like, Okay, so we can even see that Flow fuck with Ethereum. You know what? The language has gone out of the way now, so there's no so yeah, like it's literally shown by the fact that on their interactive white paper on their page, they are linking an external link with regards to what is it? Something to do with finality. I can't remember the two different types of finality, but yeah, they're linking to Vitalik Buterin's 2016 article. So yeah, Ethereum's not going anywhere. There's no Ethereum killer. I don't believe in any of this Bitcoin's going to zero nonsense. At the end of the day, at the end of the bull run, I'm going to say it now, at the end of the bull run, historically speaking, altcoins lose a lot of value. Fundamentals, and Bitcoin and ETH.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, something just happened to his phone, I think.
Oh, nightmare. All right, well, you can look at that answer on YouTube.
Yeah, so my take on it is very similar to Ninja's. I see Ethereum is kind of, no, Bitcoin's like Wiley. Like, it was the founder, it created the scene. And then Ethereum came along as the DJ to just kind of like support, which was Vitalik, and then created BBK. And that BBK was the Ethereum Foundation with Charles Hoskinson as JME, and so JME is technically better than Skepta. It's not even arguable. Like, what JME can do, like production wise, bars wise, he's better, but he just doesn't get the light. He's just not mainstream like that. So Ethereum is Skepta, and then I would probably say Frisco is like Litecoin. So he's there, but he's not really like doing bits. But realistically, his bars are actually hard. Like, he does make the tunes. Too Many Man wouldn't be that sick of a song if it was Frisco.
Frisco are the best verse in Too Many Man, bro.
Yeah. So like, just like Litecoin, he makes it what it is. Then I would say the problem is, though, yes, that's the old school, but the new school dons aren't really, they're not really messing with it, just like Jammer. Like, he just doesn't really get the respect that he deserves from the new youngers that weren't around back when it was created. So this is what we've got to kind of understand, is the new money flows. And I'm a big believer that I've always said Ethereum, from day dot, literally the first video that we've got in the game is me saying Ethereum is better than Bitcoin, and that Polkadot is better than Ethereum, and that there is going to be something at some point that's going to be better than Polkadot. And you know why? Because it just follows the same technology metrics that happen throughout history. If you read the history books, you'll see that this happens time and time again. There is something that lays the foundation, then something else comes along that's better, superior. And whilst the old one's still there, so Bitcoin will still be here, Ethereum will still be here, but there'll just be something else that people are using, like we can see right now with TikTok. TikTok is far superior to Facebook, but Facebook has got the network effect whereby there's so many people using it and people have got so much of their life on it, they can't not use it. And that's the same thing with Ethereum. There's going to be so many websites, apps, dApps that people are using. They're not going to be able to just go, I'm not using it anymore. You're going to have to be connected. If all your logins are on Facebook login, like, you can't just go, I'm deleting my Facebook anymore. It's too long for you to delete that Facebook account. And that's the same position Ethereum's put themselves in. They've utilized the network effect. So it will always be here, but it's not always going to be the pop-in hot thing.
That was the most unfortunate time for my phone to die ever.
That was like
the most...
When you rewatch that on YouTube, I can't believe we just compared their cryptos to that is historical. You just compared members of BBK to crypto. What the hell?
We need to chop that up and put it out there. Yeah. And especially the bit that's got someone saying, I love Frisco. Frisco is the most underrated.
I love Frisco. It's so hard.
Right, let's go to Josh McKenzie, because he's not here all the time. Man, like Josh McKenzie, thanks for joining us, bro. Any feedback for us? Any questions?
No feedback. No, sorry, no questions, sorry. Actually, no, but I've got some feedback. First and foremost, this, obviously, I haven't been on the call in like ages, and this was just so informative. It was another step up. Like, The nuggets that were dropped are just crazy. Like, and you know what it is? It makes so much sense the way you speak in it as well. It's like, I'm first and foremost, I'm grateful for what you guys are doing. You know, you guys are dropping some real nuggets.
But we're grateful that you're here. We're grateful that you're
man.
here, bro. Thank you for sitting through that.
You guys are doing something on a different level. It was just interesting hearing about, Kyber. That was interesting. I'm gonna do some research later on that, and Flow as well. Just hearing about, your perspectives, understanding the hours that you're putting in as well. It's kind of changing my perspective on, maybe being a bit lackadaisy and looking at certain coins and just putting money in, and more about really understanding, the white paper behind it, and just kind of understanding certain languages. And it's kind of just open my mind up to look into it deeper, because Michael will tell, he sends me the link all the time, and I've never really had the chance to actually just jump in and really experience it all the way through. But today I was in the gym, and then after the gym, I just in my car listening to it, and I've just been plugged in, and I've just never had so much information and felt so happy in my life. So
yes. Okay, I'm going to drop some game with regards to research, right? People are too quick to part with their money, but they're not. But for whatever reason, it's a cognitive bias that we have in this society. Because if you want to go like a little bit all conspiracy Illuminati or whatever, one of the things that we lack in humanity now, when it's decreasing, it's a decreasing asset, is the power to focus and attention, right? So I'll just say it right now. I've only watched 2 episodes of Squid Game, and the reason why I am so behind on modern content is because I'm consuming what is important to me, and that is financial literacy and cryptocurrency and stock market information. That's like, there's not even music that's more important to me, right? And I'm a rapper, right? Everyone go check out my new music video, NinjaTea to Badger Wilson. Go subscribe to the channel. Mad plug. But anyway, right? So like, the first thing I do in this world is I read information. I don't even go on social media. One thing that Mr. Harding taught me is like, you should look at TradingView before social media. Like, I go to CoinMarketCap before Instagram, right? So the thing is like, you want to, so there's lots of people I know who've invested £500 to £1,000 in Ethereum, right? Great investment. That's fantastic that they've invested that amount of fiat. But these are the same people that make less than £20 an hour. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. Whatever you make per hour on your job and whatever you invest, you should match, in my opinion, research time with how much you're investing by at least 50%. So basic example, if you make £10 an hour, it takes you 10 hours to make £100. So why would you be so quick to part with £100? Am I crazy in saying that before you part with £100, you should spend 5 hours researching if you make £10 an hour?
No.
Is that crazy? That sounds like a very reasonable thing. But for example, right, like I haven't invested in Flow yet. I get paid tomorrow. And because I've put in 5 hours into Flow, I can comfortably put in £100 into Flow tomorrow when I get paid. But someone else will be so quick to invest. And then what happens is, like, when you're so quick to invest in something, because you've worked hard for that money, you then become emotional when the value of the asset goes up and down, because you don't understand. But I can comfortably invest in Flow, and I'm going to continue to research Flow. I think I'm going to put in another, there's another 2-3 hours that I want to put in, because I want to look at the tokenomics, and I want to read on-chain metrics as well, which is to do with how many people are holding Flow and the growth of the wallets. But I can comfortably put in £100 tomorrow. I'm getting paid £400 for a job that I did a few weeks ago, and I'm going to put £100 of it into Flow tomorrow morning. But I can do it comfortably. So my 2 cents on research is literally go directly to the source, right? Don't let YouTubers cloud your judgment, and then read slowly, and then Google words you don't understand. Like, I didn't understand the acronym ACID, and I didn't really understand what sharding was till 36 hours ago.
If you want to watch something on YouTube, I would say find out who the CEO or the creator of the coin that you're interested in is. Type that in on YouTube. or there's going to be like quick explainer videos explaining about the coin that you're interested in. Do that, because then when the coin's going down, you're not bothered. You're like, so let's say, for example, now that we've all as a group just gone through this research process with Flow, if you'd invested £100 into Flow and then it went down to 10, would you be that bothered? No, because you know Visa's involved, you know Coinbase is involved, you know they've done Top Shot, you know they've got the deal with La Liga, you know they've done Crypto Kitties, so you know that this thing ain't going nowhere. It's just a matter of time. So when it goes down to 10, you're gonna be like, yo, that's a bargain. Let me get some
bargain. Buy more. Like it's way better. I would go as far to say, because like I've had hundreds of conversations now, like the kind of conversations that the average retail person would take 10 years to do what I've done in 14 to 15 months. And that's not because I'm superior to anybody or anything. It's just because of time, right? I've just spent more time in these trenches. I've 10x what the average person does in research and conversations and networking. And the average person just doesn't put that time in. And if you can find, like, it's way better to be invested in 5 cryptos, just 5, not 20, not 10, not 15, 5 cryptos that you really understand, then trying to get in everywhere. And then you've got no fear of missing out. I don't care about things that I miss out. Like, I don't mind that I've missed out on Flow this whole time. I've seen it on CoinMarketCap and I've just skipped past it because my brain's not been there. But now I came across the Visa white paper of NFTs and I saw Flow, and Mr. Harding said, like, dude, I've got a busy day today, because obviously we work in partnership. So sometimes one of us will do more research than the other, or we'll assign ourselves tasks. Mr. Harding's been really busy the past few days organizing an event, and he told me, drop everything you're doing and research Flow. And that's what I did. So yesterday, I put a pause on technical analysis, I put a pause on trades, I paused everything to just research Flow, because he iterated the importance of it. So if you can find that focus and understand asset classes and things you really believe in, then you'll do really well, rather than trying to be here, there, and everywhere.
Final note for the YouTube, just on that education point, if you're willing to invest £100 into crypto that you know nothing about, you might as well invest £10 to learn actually about crypto and about how the industry and how the space works. If you've loved anything that we've given to you today and thought about that you've got any value from us today and any past sessions, please buy a copy of this and give it to somebody as a Christmas present, birthday present, anything like that, because genuinely the content in this will change someone's life. I kid you not. I am so confident in this that if you feel that this wasn't a good product or the best intro to crypto guide for a complete beginner, I will give them a free lesson. Now, currently my lessons are £100. £100 an hour I'm charging. So if you feel that this wasn't a good deal, I will give someone a free lesson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's how confident I am in this.
I was going to offer a refund. That's better than a refund.
Well, of course it's better than a refund. You could get a £10 refund, or you could get £100 like lesson. That's mad. So yeah, that's how confident I am. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Please follow our Twitter. Please join the Instagram. And also we've got our beta test of our Signal service, which is currently going kind of well for all paid clients that we've had so far. The actual crypto trading Signal service should be live in November. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, guys. It's been the game. We dropped some game. I'm your boy Mike. That's your Ninja. What up? Okay, let me just record in.
Also, finally, please, Instagram story shares. Like, this would be fantastic if we could get a few shares in.
Yeah. Everyone that's in the room, screenshot, tag us, please. Thank you very much.